first.
Today I want to look at a scene from Brian DePalma's Blowout, a movie that follows such precursors as Blow Up and The Conversation, as it concerns a witness who believes a recording he has made contains evidence of a murder. All three films explore the idea that even a recording requires subjective interpretation.
He'd kill us if he got the chance. Shit.
One of the reasons I consider De Palma one of the great directors is that he never settles for the obvious or easy, but rather, of each sequence he films, he asks himself, what is the best approach to this? How can I shoot this scene in an interesting way that serves the story? His solutions are invariably creative and engaging. In this sequence from 1981's Blowout, John Travolta is playing a sound man for the movies. He's recording ambient sounds for potential use as Foley elements in films. But how does one visually present the recording of sounds? How do you render cinematically a series of sound recordings such that the viewer is visually engaged? De Palma's solution demonstrates his mastery of the medium. The sequence opens with a visual of the trees, their leaves blowing in the wind. Travolta, as Jack, is recording. He's distracted by voices, heard peripherally. As the camera stays on Jack, we, as he, are initially uncertain as to their source. But he finds them, and aims his microphone such that the voices come into focus. As he does this, the camera withdraws from Jack, as he's no longer the auditory subject of our attention. It finds the speaking couple, leaving Jack distant in the background. In a way, the camera is catching up with the shift of focus motivated by the sound.
There's someone on the bridge.
Oh, let's not worry about that.
He's steering right.
The couple's attention then shifts to Jack, and the camera follows suit.
I don't want to stay here anymore. Let's go. What is he doing?
Jack then picks up a sort of odd drumming sound,
Come on, let's walk down.
and moves his mic to investigate. His eyeline follows almost as an afterthought. Hearing is his principal sense in this context, and it is the mic that is drawn, rather than the eye, by new stimulus. Again, the camera withdraws from Jack to find its subject, a toad croaking on the riverbank. In this way, De Palma establishes a visual phrasing. We grow to understand how the visuals will work in a scene motivated by sound. Another, weedier sound rises to dominance. And both the camera and Jack are frustrated in attempts to localize it. This establishes, just as we begin to become familiar with this new method of presentation, that it's not infallible. The cinematic product of image and sound will not always integrate. We can still have a mystery. But everyone knows the sound of a great horned owl, and this time, as the camera's focus follows that of the microphone, De Palma opts for his trademark use of split diopter to bring Jack and his subject both into focus simultaneously. Their visual pairing implies an integration of the sound's source, the listener, and the audience. It's a moment of cohesion, broken by the sound of skidding tires. Interestingly, it's the owl's attention that is first drawn by the sound, and Jack has to shift focus from the bird to what we know must be a car. The car's skidding broke a pacific moment, and now its ongoing presence builds tension as we focus on the microphone. The car is not visually present, and the microphone is all we have to observe.
Jesus Christ.
Jack's attention is also on his instruments and the process of recording. The sudden bang that snaps his attention to the visual presence of a careening vehicle becomes the crux of the plot for the remaining film.
Jesus Christ.
It's Jack's attempts to reconcile missing visuals to his sound recording that form the story, as Jack, like DePalma, seeks to render sounds into cinema. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave comments. What other instances can you think of where a filmmaker has been innovative in the presentation of sound as a subject in film?
There are no cheap bargains here. You're wasting your time.